Hey, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. Good day. I don't know what your situation is. I don't know what trials you're going through. I don't know what really you need to help you move along. But I know for me, I always need some hope, some inspiration, some action, a game plan that'll help move me forward. So I encourage people to watch inspirational stories to help them move along. And I'm just going to give you 3 short clips here. This one inspired me. Hopefully it will inspire you too.
From school and drove to our driveway. The children want to play in the 6+ inches of snow outside. That means I have to help them put on their snow gear. Claire was fairly easy. I readjust her boots. Jane is next. With most of her snow gear on, I just need to zip. Ollie is done, and I fix Jane's glove. Nicholas is next. He lays like a dead fish as I try to pull up his bibs. Claire asks me to zip up her coat again. I'm laughing, this time in frustration. The cold hurts my burned skin and makes me feel achy. I start dinner. 5 minutes pass. Everyone is back. My imagination sees you like On August 16th, 2008, my husband and I were in an airplane crash. I was in a coma for 3 months. We both survived. I am Stephanie Nielsen, and I am not my body.
This is a story from Stephanie Nielsen, and she says, "My new life, I am not my body." A challenge to live in a rehab situation, a rehabilitation after a burn in an airplane flight, a little difficult. Her stories give me hope. And there are many of these stories online. So the purpose for these 2 sets of videos is to encourage you to have hope. There are people out there with greater struggles than you and me have, and they're making things work. You need to know that there's hope out there. There are people that are in tough situations, even tougher situations than you or I may be in, and they're making their life work. They are giving it battle, and they are being victorious. This is a little more upbeat. It's about a family that's working together and doing great things together as a family. They are one that their mother used to be a trick roper. I don't know what their dad does, but they work together as a family. Very interesting.
Good. In the dirt. Look at that.
Yeah.
Keep going. Trick roping is really hard to do. It takes a lot of practice. It's a lot harder than it actually looks.
I like doing roping with my family because gives us a better relationship, and if we didn't do it, we probably wouldn't be as close. So it always brings us closer together.
An important thing when Jay and I were first married is we both knew that we wanted to be very involved in our children's lives. And our business with the trick roping, with events, has been able to do that. When some people say it's quality and not quantity, to some degree it is quantity too. So hopefully we're doing a decent job at both.
So they do these events together at family gatherings and for business. Pretty interesting.
Smelling the smoke. Another fun thing that we've done living where we do is we have a trampoline, and the kids really enjoy when we pull the sleeping bags out and everybody sleeps out on this trampoline. So it actually has given us a chance to be out there in the quiet, looking up at the stars, listening for a coyote or two.
3 or 4 or 5.
There we go.
Our kids do it until they no longer live here. So if they're 25 and they're still living here, they're part of the family camp trip. Okay, we got.
Now, they do some pretty fun things together as a family. Here's another one.
Yes, they get to have a party and they get to have all their friends over. It's as simple as that.
So our parents bribe us that if we do all our work, then we'll be able to have a party. And luckily they're telling the truth.
We do different jobs around the house. We work, clean our rooms, clean the family room.
So it works as a great incentive for them. It keeps us a little bit more positive as we're doing work, which I know can sometimes be a little stressful, and we get to have an enjoyable experience at the end.
I like doing parties and events because I help my family, and it's really fun, and I get to go to the parties sometimes, but not all the time.
All right, so they have parties that they do as a business, and those parties involve the kids. There's some quick shots here. So they do some great things with their kids, and they teach kids how to work together as a family, and it's really, really a well done film. We're going to give you that. So there's some great things out there going on that are just no one talks about, and they should be. All right, I'm going to end this with this part. The reason you should be here is you should be looking at working on investments. I work on digital investments. I work on solid investments in gold and silver. Silver specifically because I can't afford too much gold now, but there's an affiliate program that deals with gold that everyone should be looking at. And we're going to talk about more of that and give you more information on how digital currencies can be backed with gold. And that's an important statement, to say the least. But I'm going to start to open your mind up about passive income, because passive income, when it's done well, is a life changer. Take some time to build it, but when it's done well, it's a life changer.
Hi guys, I'm Phil Town from Rule Number One Investing. Today I want to tell you how to generate passive income. So you guys, let's talk for a second about passive income. It's one of those words that people use and kick around a lot, especially at 2 o'clock in the morning on some kind of infomercial. Let's talk about what that really is and why people like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates and Warren Buffett are sitting on billions of dollars and they only have 24 hours a day to work like the rest of us. How in the world do they generate all of that capital? In fact, the most wealthy people in the world, most of the people who are in the Fortune 400 in the US, certainly the wealthiest people in the world, like Warren Buffett and Gates, they didn't make their money from doing work the way we normally think about it. The way we think about it, if you're going to work down to be a waitress at a coffee shop, or if you're working down at McDonald's, or if you're working at Walmart, that's, putting in work and getting paid cash for the hours that you're putting in. Hopefully your work is contributing to the profits of this company enough that they want to keep paying you for it and they don't replace you with a robot.
Now he jokes with that, but automation is coming big time. And if you don't get ahead of it, you could be automated out of a job. And if you're not looking at passive income, so you can look at future training and skill changes and other things, you could easily be out of a job in the next 7 to 10 years or sooner.
Which is probably out there in the future for an awful lot of people. So we got to talk more about a different kind of income, the kind of income very, very wealthy people rely on to continue to build wealth through the generations. And this is what we call passive income. It's not income that you do something for. It's income that comes to you a little bit more like planting a seed in the ground. You do the work to plant the seed, and then it just starts to grow in an exponential kind of way. I guess my favorite way of thinking about passive income is what I experience as an investor, and they call it compounding rates of return.
Everybody needs to be looking at what they invest and how they invest, whether it's stocks and bonds. I don't know much about those, commodities, whatever tool or investment tool you have, you need to be looking at something that's going to give you back a return on that investment. Now, in the digital world, cloud token and some of these other digital currencies, Bitcoin and some of these others, at times will give you tremendous amounts of income and return.
Return, or compound annual growth rate. Sometimes you'll see the word CAGR, which is a Wall Street favorite for compound annual growth rate. And the key word here is compound. That is a growth rate where the money that you've put into the ground, that seed you planted, is actually growing money on the money. It's growing money on the money, like a seed starts to develop more seeds, which then go in the ground, which develop into more trees, which develop more seeds. It's a compounding power that is a startling way of generating an enormous passive income. And that's where Gates and Buffett and all these guys and me get most of our income. It's from not doing something. It's from doing something originally, and then that grows and grows and grows. And frankly, the best way to do that in the world, the way that's created more wealth for more people than any other way, more even than real estate, is investing in wonderful businesses that continue to grow out of their own resources over time. I mean, consider, for example, investing in Apple Computer right now. You go out and earn the money and you put this money into your investment portfolio, and so that's the work, right? And then you invest it wisely in a company, let's say like Apple. And I can use Apple right now because this is a company that Warren Buffett has just bought, I think ballpark 242 million shares of. So let's just say the greatest investor in the world knows something about what he's doing and that he finds Apple to be a great company. And we just follow him into it. Let's just say that we might do that. So now we own Apple Computer. Now what's going on is that Apple, the people who run Apple, are going to use...
Now, the key here is following the example of great investors. And part of this program is to help you understand what great investors are doing and see if you want to do the same. You might be investing in gold or silver. You might be investing in stocks or options. You might be investing in digital currencies, or several of those things, or in businesses with stocks. No matter what you choose to do, you need to learn how to invest so in time it can take care of you. Again, this is Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. This is why we want to have you look at what people are investing and doing with, and not just anybody, people that are really well-to-do with their investments. Again, this is Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. Take a look at the investment leaders and videos that I'm going to show you and see what you can do with that. And let's make your future, let's invest in your future now, so in time that investment can take care of you. There are too many people that are in debt that haven't invested well, and they're in trouble. It's time to turn those things around. Let's do that together, and you'll be blessed as you do so. Catch you later on investing in your future. Let's start now so we can take care of your future. Good day.